Best story is up next. Best narrative.
Oh, man.
So here's our 5 nominees. Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alright, let's get to these.
Alright.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I have not beaten it. Not even close.
Yeah.
Have you beaten it?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
That first couple hours.
Yeah.
Like, until you get out of, like, your main area, like, the main intro tutorial-ish area, the first 5, whatever hours, like, the story had me gripped.
Yeah, dude.
And, like, I really felt for these characters. Like, oh, my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. They I mean, even the tutorial, like, part where you're, like, a kid and just, like, going through, like, you're just like, okay. And, I mean, I'm a bit of, like, a sci-fi nerd, so as I was, like, going in and seeing all these different things, I'm just like, this is so freaking cool. Like, oh, man.
Yeah.
And as you continue the story, I mean, how did you just get out of...
No, I've been out for a little bit, but I've been mostly doing side quest stuff. I haven't really... I got to... So, semi-spoilers. I got to the big main city where the dude... that also had a thing, Meridian, I think. And then I went off and did something very small.
Okay.
I'm getting my butt handed to me out there. Like, everything's big and scary.
The cool thing about Horizon Zero Dawn that you can tell that they set themselves up for a sequel. And you'll see. Okay. You'll see. As a standalone game, the story is epic. It tugs at your heart in some points, and without getting too spoilerish, some of it's predictable, some of it's not.
Okay.
But and mind you, I got the game right. I actually pre-ordered it, and I forgot that I pre-ordered it. So when Amazon knocked on my door, I was like, "Here you go." I was like, "Oh, all right, cool, awesome." So I booted it up, and around that time, these guys got Zelda, and they were all into it. But I was like, "No, I'll play Horizon," which I'm glad I did that order and not the other way around.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Because man, if you went the other way around, it's hard. You're expecting Aloy to jump and climb everything, and she doesn't. But no, as far as the story is concerned, it is concrete. It does well, and there's a lot of side stories that you'll see as you go along that don't necessarily play a part in the main plot, but they progress alongside with the main plot. It's really cool, and if you play a part in it, you can affect different things.
Okay,
it's cool, man. You'll enjoy it when you get to it. You'll be like, huh. All right, and some of the characters are just badass, man. It is really cool.
Awesome.
Really cool.
Nier Automata. This is going to be tricky to talk about because you're very early on.
I am super early on.
Matt, Onix, and myself have finished the game. Yes. And, gosh, how do I talk about Nier Automata's story? It's tough not just from a spoiler perspective, but I also don't want to give you really high expectations. Part of Nier Automata, what made it so great is not having expectations for what was even going to happen in the story, and then just experiencing it and just being like, wow, this is fantastic. So it kind of follows, it's a pseudo-sequel to the previous Nier game, and I believe even some of the Drakengard games, but primarily Nier, the first Nier. And I had never played any of those games, but I was still able to completely enjoy everything that they put in this game. There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of things that it's like, yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen, and then they pull the rug out under you, and they're like, oh my gosh, okay, all right. And there were a lot of moments where it felt like they were trying too hard. I was like, oh, this is the typical cliche thing. And then you realize later how it was not what you thought at all. And it's like, oh, okay. So, yeah. And there's some fourth wall breaking stuff in there every now and then. That was some of my favorite parts of it. Because it really, when I finally set the controller down and I was done with the game, it made me really think a lot.
Yeah.
So for a story to do that,
that's what a lot of people say.
It's got to be something good.
That have beaten it. A lot of people say that, you know, it's a thought-provoking story.
Very thought-provoking. And having finished it, I'm going to give it some time, take some time away. I can't wait to replay it again at some point in the future.
It's that good.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to it. Next up, Persona 5. So you haven't played Persona 5 at all.
I'm sorry, guys.
There's nothing too crazy as far as plot spoilers go. But so we both had Persona 4. We played it on the Vita. And the story just never really captured me. It was like, oh, this is it's different from anything I'd played before. It's fun. Persona 5, I was in.
Yeah.
Like, I was in. So you are Phantom Thieves. So now it almost feels like rebellious instead of trying to stop some unknown thing that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You are stepping up and making a difference in the way that culture and society are working in Persona 5. And there were moments where the bosses, if you will, the people that you're going against, like really, really made me mad. Like the things that the villains of the game are doing, like it really got me upset. Like I was like, oh, I hate this person. Must be a good villain. Like they wrote this really well. Man, I hate this. I hate playing this because of this stupid person. And it really speaks to millennial culture. Okay. Absolutely. It's definitely a old school, new school, and
really?
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there because I feel like there's a lot of social justice. This is a game about social justice, and you'll see when you get into it. It hits on some pretty serious topics, and it was surprising to see it go that route. And so that got me invested because in the real world, I feel a lot of the same things, and like this is a really cool way to have a game imagine. Man, what if you really wanted to stand up and speak up, like a lot of people are doing now, like in Hollywood and in politics, speaking up against people who had harassed them and things of that nature. Persona 5, the way the story goes, it's a way for them to do it in a fantasy way to do it.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed that. I still haven't beaten it. I don't know how it formally ends yet. But everything that I've been playing through, it's more, even if the ending's just okay, the journey was a lot of fun. So.
That's good.
Persona 5. So I'll let you talk about this next one, Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh my gosh!
Because these are group nominations.
These are group nominations.
I'll let you talk about
first and foremost, Sean is not the biggest fan of Super Mario Odyssey.
From a story narrative.
From a narrative perspective, I enjoyed it. It definitely. Like there's things that I love about it and there's things that I hate about it, but as far as the story, the main plot was good. I didn't understand the purpose of the Brutals, which is a whole.
So they were the bridal party.
Yeah, they were the bridal party.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that as a concept.
Yes,
I thought that was really good. The characters themselves,
wonky,
questionable.
Yeah.
Whether or not it should have been somebody. That people more associated with the Mario franchise, or maybe if they just spent a little bit more time on the characters themselves.
Yeah.
But I liked the idea of Bowser having like a
wedding.
Wedding planners, if you will. 'Cause it's kind of
yeah.
like what they were.
Yeah. But as far as like the story and everything that's concerned, New Donk City.
That was great.
That was
great.
That was epic. I loved it.
The world-to-world stories.
Like the individual.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Those were very good.
They were awesome. And I loved how everything had how can I say this? A creature, so to speak. Like a main species.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just played into the world beautifully.
Like a race.
Yeah.
They all had a race.
Yeah.
Or an animal. Or whatever.
Whatever. But it was really cool. I enjoyed it. And the stories that revolved around each and every single one of them was pretty cool too. The way that it ended without getting, spoilers or anything like that, like the way that it ended for me, it was exactly what I thought was going to happen. The way that it ended for him, it was the complete opposite of what he wanted.
No, it was the complete opposite.
Because I see it as Mario, and I'm just like, it's Mario. He saw it as something else entirely. This is like Mario freaking 20 years.
It's okay. I just feel like they went with a very like, oh my gosh, Bowser is trying to force Peach to marry him.
Yeah.
That's for a Mario storyline, that's as hardcore as I would say it gets.
Yeah.
Short of like really going M-rated with it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like where he's like beating her up or something.
Yeah.
But they had some opportunities that I thought were missed, but I still enjoyed the journey.
I agree. The journey was well worth it.
The journey was well. And there were moments where, I really loved the Cappy Mario companionship.
Yes.
I thought that was really good.
That was really cool. That was way better than Navi.
Cappy he's an iconic Mario character now.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Like, he needs to show up in all future games.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe not as a gameplay mechanic, but have him there.
I will say one thing. I wanted Luigi, man.
Yeah. Don't know why he wasn't there.
Man.
Maybe in DLC we'll see Luigi. Maybe they'll do like a one of those Boo Ghost levels, and he'll come out with his vacuum.
Oh, that'd be epic. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All right. We still got one more to get to. Last but not least, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I think you and Onix. Do you and Onix like share the same idea?
For this one, we did. I think it wasn't that the story itself was bad. We both loved the story of this game. So without going into spoilers, stuff happens in the past, and then you wake up later after some events have happened, and you were injured and needed to have been healed. And now that you're healed, all sorts of stuff's gone wrong as Link, and now you've got to go out back into the world of Hyrule to try and set things right.
Yep.
And so there's a present to the game, but there's also a past to the game. Mm-hmm. And to find out the past, you have to collect memories, and to collect memories, you go to certain spots.
Yep.
There's no order in which you have to do them, which made the story of the past somewhat confusing depending on the order that you collected the memories in. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, it was a great story.
Yeah.
It was a Zelda story.
Yeah.
It was a better Zelda story than some other Zelda stories.
Yeah, heck yeah. In my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you. One of the, Onix and Sean, they both, and correct me if I'm wrong, that whole convoluted timeline of regaining those memories and not having an order, it was one of the biggest negatives that you guys saw, right?
Yep.
See, for me, I thought it was perfect. I thought that was exactly as someone who deals with memory loss would go ahead and actually regain their memories. And one of the biggest things that I would see is the movie Memento, where, he's going around and you watch the movie in portions and they're all out of order, but in the end, you're just like, it all makes sense. So as you're going through the game and you're collecting all these memories, the moment that you have everything and you can watch them in your Shake a Slate, when you see everything in order, you're just like, wow, now this all makes sense. I understand the picture as a whole, whereas everything was in pieces earlier. And that to me is Onix. I could hear Onix in the back of my head being like, no, it doesn't count. But and for me, it fit the story perfectly and beautifully, because you're dealing with memory loss. You're dealing with somebody that woke up in a world that he recognizes but doesn't recognize.
Yep.
And he doesn't know everything. And, you know,
it made sense within the confines of the story
Yes.
that was going on.
Exactly.
Completely agreed.
if he did not, you know, go in that 100-year slumber, would it make sense? Heck no.
No.
Not at all.
But it did make sense.
Yeah.
It 110% made sense.
Yeah. So to me, I like the story in and of itself, like it fleshes out Zelda a little bit, as far as who she is, how she feels about her responsibilities, and I guess her growth as a character as well. And kind of Link is, you know, just Link. He's a badass. You know, like he's always the heroic one, but I don't know. I mean, that's just me. That's my view on it.
Well, so let's get through these nominees again,
Let's
and
do it.
we'll decide who won.
Yeah.
Well, we've already decided, but all right. So the 5 nominees, just to recap: Best Story, Best Narrative were Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
And the winner
is Nier Automata. Oh boy, when you finish this, man, what a game.
I'm pretty sure I voted for that one, and I haven't even finished it yet. I haven't even done the first one. I know that the story's going to be epic.
Boy, oh boy. What a game.
And if my expectations are too high, I blame you guys.
That's okay. That is okay. My brother finished it in a week after I told him to go play it, and he was just like, Sean, what the heck did I just play?
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.